Hi everybody, Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. Today I'm going to do my response to Allan's top 10 challenge with regards to 10 deaths. Top 10 deaths covers, although the characters in it that die are not necessarily on the covers, and I'm saying that because if I was going by the covers, believe it or not, they don't actually show death on covers very much, so it makes it very difficult to actually find death on the cover. So these are top 10 books that somebody dies in, as far as I'm concerned. But before I get into that, I got a package today. An AOK from an AOK guy. That guy's name is Stevey D. Steve Driskell sent me some stuff. And since it was nice of him to do so, I thought I would publicly say thank you very much and open it for everybody to see. I feel like Choco a little bit. This packaging's a little tapey, but you know what? I like that because if it got here in good shape, I'm all for whatever you do for the packaging. So here I open it now. Here I go again. I have opened it. Oh, very cool. I already see some stuff in here that looks really cool. Nice. He sent some books, but he also sent some original art. And the art is more cool as far as I'm concerned than the books. I'll start with the books because the books look really cool. This is Hulk Smash Everything #1. That looks pretty cool. I'll bet you it's absolutely smashing. We got this one called Marvel Zero. Marvel Zero. This looks neat. I'm intrigued. And he sent me Conan #209. Very cool. Very cool. I actually think I need this one. Awesome. But let's get to the good stuff. Let's see what Stevey D sent. Oh, this is nice. This is a good piece. Look at this. It says Matt Likes Comics on it, and my boxes. He's got Perry White, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, Lana Lang. And the bottom, he's got Stevey D, where it says there it's the Daily Planet. Oh, no, the Daily YouTube, even cooler. Very cool stuff, Steve. I'm going to make sure I put that in a frame. That looks really cool. And then there's this package here inside. I'm right here. Now I'm definitely intrigued. Oh, nice. We got more Stevey D the Stevey D art. Nice. Oh, very cool. We've got this Moonglow Fantasia. Very cool. A Doctor Doom. Oh, goodbye 2025. Hello 2026. A toast to all the comic book collectors. Very cool. Nice work, Steve. We've got a Batman, and Batman likes Gatorade. Very, very cool. Oh, what's this one? Sweets. I get the last piece of cake or there will be blood. Very cool. That guy again. I know I'll start a fight at nighttime. Look, monster, we don't put up with that stuff around here. I have Ultraman on speed dial. Nice piece, Steven. We've got one of Captain Marvel. Very cool. And the last, oh, nope, there's two more. We've got this one of, by the looks of it, I don't know if it's Johnny Depp as a cowboy or a Native American, but it's really cool. The bandana in particular I like, and I also like the feather in the hat. Very cool, Steve. And the last one. This is the good girl art. Very cool, Steve. If you are not subscribed to Stevey D, that's a shame, because Stevey D is by far one of the nicest guys in comic book YouTube out there. I'm going to put his link in the description below, so you can go give him a check out. He plays trumpet on his videos. He's a former music teacher. He draws, and also he's a big Captain America and Iron Man fan. So check him out. Now let's get to the other purpose of the video today. Top 10 books someone dies in. The first 5 are all members of the Legion of Superheroes. I just felt that if I was going to do one, I'm going to do them all, of the ones that I know that have died. There have been deaths since, but they're not necessarily canon per se because of all the reboots and stuff. These ones are considered to be actual deaths because every time they do bring the Legion back, for the most part, these characters are not around anymore, with the exception of one. Adventure Comics 304, which was the death of Lightning Lad. This was a big deal at DC Comics because this was the first time a character of a major character actually passes away in a book. And it was a big deal then. And by that I don't mean like a Jor-El or a Lara. I mean like an actual superhero, in the line of duty. So this was a big deal. Adventure 304. But Lightning Lad got better. How do I know he got better? Because he's on this cover. This is Adventure Comics 340, which features the death of one of the bodies of Triplicate Girl, thus forcing her to become Duo Damsel after this. This is also the first appearance of Computo the robot, who has been used a few times in different forms. But as you can see right there, Lightning Lad is back, so obviously he got better. But in her case, she was never able to split into 3 anymore. She was stuck just splitting into 2. What made me laugh the most is in the next issue, she's all smiling. It's like, I'm still alive. Just call me Duo Damsel. And then later, she's like, oh, I lost a part of me. It all became a different thing depending on how it went. This is Adventure Comics 353. And the Legionnaire that died in this issue is Pharaoh Lad. Pharaoh Lad was one of the characters created by Jim Shooter in his first appearance. And he ends up killing him off in this issue, which was also the first time that they got together with the Fatal Five, which is interesting because in this issue Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes 203, Invisible Kid gets killed by Volodus from the Fatal Five in this book. He ends up dying, and he only ever makes one more appearance, and that is as a spirit, so to speak, trying to confuse the second Invisible Kid, and that was in Legion. I believe it was 299, 298. That I think it was 299 that he was a big deal because he's actually on the cover. So that's what I'm going to go with. And the last death of the Legion of Superheroes, at least before Crisis, was this one here, is Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes 228, where Chemical King gets killed trying to stop World War VII on Earth. He does manage to stop the war, but he had to die in order to do it. The next death I'm going to show from comic books is The death of Luther's wife and son when Luther accidentally blows up their home planet of Lexor in Action Comics 544. This is a big book. I showed this not too long ago in my favorite storylines because this was the bookend to it. It's just so sad that they killed off Lexor, but I believe that this was 1983. Crisis was not even on the horizon yet. I think they simply wanted to remove that from the stories by giving him his big thing and giving him even stronger motivations to hate Superman because, of course, Lex blew up the planet, but he blamed Superman for it because, no accountability, right, in supervillains. The next one is recent, and it's extra sad because it is of a longtime character. This character made his debut back in Sensation Comics #1. He's been a member of the Justice Society of America for a long, long time and was a personal favorite of mine as a kid and as an adult. And that is Wildcat. This is JSA 6. And as you can see in the bottom here, it's just his uniform. In this issue, Wildcat is killed. For those of you wondering why I didn't pull out a Jason Todd or a Damian Wayne or even Superman, well, it's simple. I think a lot of other people are going to pull those out, and I always try to pull books out that I think other people will not pick. Like, I'm pretty sure most of those Legion ones aren't going to come out. Certainly not the Chemical King and the Invisible Kid. But, that's just who I am. Next up, DC Comics presents 38. In here is a story called What Happened to the Crimson Avenger? Well, the Crimson Avenger ends up dying, saving the city from a bomb. Unfortunately, people don't realize it's him, except he saved a baby on the way there, and he will be remembered by that family. But the whole point is that he thinks he's dying and he's going to be remembered as a hero, and he isn't. It's unfortunate because the Crimson Avenger, of course, was DC's first costume hero. All the way back in Detective Comics 20. All the way back then. Detective Comics 20 was the first mass superhero, and this was his ignoble end. The last two are related to each other. I'm sure everybody out there sort of remembers the Justice League Detroit. When the Justice League broke up and then they reformed in Detroit and they added some new members by the name of Vibe, Gypsy, Steel, and Vixen. Well, the end of the Justice League Detroit unfortunately saw two of those people pass away. In issue 258 of the Justice League of America, Vibe unfortunately meets his premature end. Vibe is actually one of those kind of cool, dorky characters that you knew from the 1980s, but that got really cool when he was played on TV by the guy on Flash there, Ramon. What's his name? Oh, Carlo. Oh. Well, everybody knows who I'm talking about. So, so he was redeemed. Plus, they did try to bring him back in a bit, the Justice League Vibe in the New 52, but that didn't last very long. And they put him in the Justice League America they were trying to do. Again, didn't last very long. And this one, the last book I'm going to show today, is Justice League of America 260, which killed off Steel, which, of course, was the grandson of Commander Steel. And Commander Steel, of course, started out on Earth 2 and ended up on Earth 1, according to All-Star Squadron. And he came to Earth 1 in All-Star Squadron 50, and then he had the Commander Steel had a series in the 70s. This was his grandson. Unfortunately, in the second last issue of the series, he meets his maker as well, and that is the end of him. And that is the end of my top 10 books featuring deaths. If you liked anything you saw today, and that includes Stevey D's art, please like, comment, and subscribe below. As I said, go check out Stevey D on his channel. I'm going to put his Link down in the description for both his Instagram and his YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. My name is Matt. I love comics, and I hope you do too. Bye, everybody.